So let's talk about Wi-Fi. You pay for fast internet, you get a powerful router, but there are still those annoying spots in your house where the signal just disappears. We've all been there. You walk into the kitchen to watch a video and suddenly it's buffering. You head to the bedroom and your video call drops. These are Wi-Fi dead zones. They are the frustrating areas where your wireless signal is too weak to be useful, or it's just completely gone. It's a common problem, especially in larger homes or places with a lot of walls that can get in the way of the signal. Why do these dead zones even happen? It's all about physics. Your Wi-Fi router sends out radio waves in all directions, kind of like ripples in a pond. But these waves don't travel forever, and they get weaker the farther they go. On top of that, they can be blocked or absorbed by things in your home. Thick walls made of brick or concrete are major signal killers. Even common household items like refrigerators, microwaves, and large metal furniture can interfere with the signal. The more obstacles and distance between your device and the router, the higher the chance you'll hit a dead zone. Now, you might think the solution is just to buy a more powerful router, and sometimes that can help a little bit. A better router might have stronger antennas and push the signal a bit further. However, it doesn't solve the fundamental problem of physical barriers. Think of it like shouting across a big house with lots of closed doors. Even if you shout louder, your voice might not make it clearly to the person in the farthest room. That fancy new router is still just one single point of connection, and it can't magically phase through solid objects that are blocking its path. This is where many people get stuck. They might try moving the router to a more central location, which is a good first step. But in many modern homes with complex layouts or multiple floors, that's often not enough. You're still left with a compromise, choosing which rooms get good Wi-Fi and which ones don't. It's a trade-off you shouldn't have to make, especially when so much of our daily life, from work to entertainment, depends on a stable internet connection. The good news is, there's a much better, more reliable solution than just hoping a single router can do it all. So if a single router isn't cutting it, what's the answer? Let me introduce you to the magic of a wired backhaul. This is the secret ingredient for perfect Wi-Fi. It involves two main types of setups, a wired mesh system or dedicated wired access points. Both of these solutions use physical Ethernet cables to carry the internet signal to different parts of your home. Instead of relying on a weak wireless signal to hop from one point to another, you're creating a super fast, ultra-reliable highway for your data. This is how you truly eliminate dead zones for good, not just patch them up. First up, let's look at wired mesh systems. You've probably heard of mesh Wi-Fi. It uses multiple nodes or satellite units placed around your house to create one big, seamless network. In a typical wireless mesh setup, these nodes talk to each other wirelessly. This is better than a simple extender, but the nodes can still be limited by the signal strength between them. A wired mesh system takes this to the next level. You connect each of these satellite nodes back to the main router using an Ethernet cable. This connection is called a wired backhaul, and it's a total game changer for performance and stability. The other pro-level option is using wired access points or APs. This is how they do it in offices, schools, and big commercial buildings. An access point is a device that does one thing and does it extremely well. It broadcasts a Wi-Fi signal. You run an Ethernet cable from your main router to a spot where you need better coverage, and you plug in an access point. It then creates a strong, fresh Wi-Fi bubble in that area. You can add as many APs as you need to cover every square inch of your space, all getting their full-speed internet connection directly through that reliable physical cable. The core idea behind both of these solutions is identical. Get the internet signal through a wire to the place where you need Wi-Fi. Wires don't care about concrete walls or kitchen appliances. An Ethernet cable can deliver a gigabit connection consistently and reliably over long distances. By using a wired backhaul, you ensure that every mesh node or access point is broadcasting your internet at its maximum potential speed. This means no more buffering, no more dropped calls, and no more dead zones, just fast and stable Wi-Fi everywhere you want it. Alright, let's get into the setup. It might sound complicated, but it's actually pretty straightforward. We'll start with a wired mesh system, which is generally the most user-friendly option for home users. First, you'll need a mesh Wi-Fi kit that supports a wired backhaul. Most modern systems from major brands do. Start by setting up the main mesh router. This unit plugs directly into your modem, just like a regular router. Follow the manufacturer's app to get this first node online and create your new Wi-Fi network name and password. This part is usually quick and simple. Next, you'll place your satellite nodes. Identify where your dead zones are. Let's say it's an upstairs office. Instead of just plugging the satellite node into a power outlet there, you'll also run an Ethernet cable from one of the LAN ports on your main mesh router all the way to that office. Plug one end of the cable into the main router and the other end into the Ethernet port on the satellite node. The system will automatically detect this wired connection and use it for the backhaul. Repeat this process for any other satellite nodes you have, running a cable to each one. The app will confirm that the nodes are connected via Ethernet. Now, what if you're going the access point route? This setup is a bit more hands-on, but gives you incredible control. First, you'll need to run Ethernet cables from your main router to the locations where you want to install the APs. This might involve drilling or running cables along baseboards. Once the cables are in place, you mount the access point, which often looks like a small smoke detector, on the ceiling or a high wall for the best signal dispersion. Then you just plug the Ethernet cable into the AP. Many APs are even powered over that same Ethernet cable, a feature called PoE, so you don't need a separate power adapter. After your AP is physically installed, you'll configure it using a web browser or a special software controller. Here, you'll set the Wi-Fi network name, SSID, and password. A key tip here is to set all of your access points to have the exact same SSID and password as your main router's Wi-Fi. This creates a single, seamless network. As you walk through your house, your phone, laptop, or tablet will automatically and intelligently switch to the access point with the strongest signal without you ever noticing. It's a truly professional-grade setup that guarantees top-tier performance everywhere. So, why go through the trouble of running cables when wireless mesh exists? The difference is all about reliability and speed. A wireless-only mesh system is convenient, but it has a fundamental weakness. Each satellite node has to listen to the signal from the main router and then repeat it. This process cuts the potential speed in half with each hop. If your satellite is already in a spot with a weak signal from the main unit, it can only rebroadcast that same weak, slow signal. It's like a photocopy of a photocopy. The quality gets worse each time. A wired backhaul completely solves this problem. By connecting each node or access point with an Ethernet cable, you are delivering a perfect full-speed signal every single time. That satellite node isn't repeating a weak wireless signal anymore. It's getting a pristine gigabit speed connection directly from the source. It then broadcasts a fresh, powerful Wi-Fi signal at full strength. This means you get the top speeds you pay your internet provider for, not just in the room with the router, but in every room where you have a wired node or AP. It is, without a doubt, the superior way to build a home network. Beyond pure speed, a wired connection brings unmatched stability. Wireless signals are susceptible to interference from countless sources: your neighbor's Wi-Fi network, your microwave, Bluetooth speakers, and so on. This interference can cause random lag spikes and connection drops, which are incredibly frustrating during an online game or an important video conference. Ethernet cables are shielded and are not affected by this kind of radio frequency interference. Your connection is rock solid, 24/7. This is the kind of reliability you need for tasks that cannot be interrupted. Ultimately, investing in a wired infrastructure for your network is one of the best tech upgrades you can make for your home or office. It's a long-term solution that pays off every single day. While wireless technology is amazing for convenience, the laws of physics still apply. For the backbone of your network, the critical link that feeds your Wi-Fi access points, nothing beats the speed, stability, and security of a physical cable. So say goodbye to those frustrating dead zones and hello to flawless, high-speed internet in every corner. Your future self will thank you for it.